A man is dead tonight after a shooting in the Jacobs neighborhood. It's our top story here on the Night Team. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Dieterer. Police responded to a home on Georgetown Place that's just off Berry Avenue right before 1:30 this afternoon. When officers arrived, they found a man who had been shot. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. And anyone with information is encouraged to call the anonymous tip line. That number is 574-LMPD. A Louisville nonprofit was robbed during Memorial Day weekend after moving into their new location. Trees Louisville, which is a nonprofit aimed at preserving and expanding the city's tree canopy, had thousands of dollars worth of equipment stolen on their property, and now they're asking the public to help find the items. WHAS11's Taylor Woods talked to the executive director about the theft and how it's impacting the nonprofit.
A trail of skid marks are left inside this gated property owned by Trees Louisville. Thieves broke into the gate sometime between last Saturday and Sunday night and stole thousands of dollars worth of the nonprofit's equipment.
We've checked with all of our neighbors, and our next door neighbor said that they heard some stuff going on around midnight. We don't know if that was the beginning of it or when it actually happened.
Executive Director of Trees Louisville, Cindy Sullivan, says they cut the gate's lock and stole a utility trailer and a water rig. This theft has caused the nonprofit to be without proper resources and has delayed them from watering trees this week.
You've got to water it for the first couple of years diligently, and that water rig allows us to do a lot of trees at the same time.
Trees Louisville just moved into its new location less than a month ago, right here on South Shelby Street.
We've lived here for 20 days before we had the robbery. So it's really disappointing that this happened.
In the meantime, the nonprofit is using smaller tanks to water trees, which Sullivan says requires more time and effort.
When you feel like you're an organization that dedicates so much to your community, it just is disappointing that things like this can happen.
But she has one message for the thief or thieves who stole the thousands of dollars worth of equipment.
If you have our equipment, we would like for you to bring it back. We won't tell anybody.
She's remaining hopeful someone will find the stolen equipment soon. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
If you have any information about the missing equipment, you can contact LMPD's anonymous tip line. That number again right here on your screen. It's 574-LMPD. Indiana State Police is investigating after a pedestrian was hit by a car and killed on I-64 in Harrison County overnight. Police say they responded to the scene around 1:30 this morning on I-64 East at the Lansville exit. Two semi-trucks were at the scene when officers arrived. One of the drivers told police he swerved and missed a woman who was walking in the road, crashing through the cable barrier in the median. The driver of the second truck told police he was attempting to take the Lansville exit and was unable to avoid hitting the woman. The woman was pronounced dead on the scene. Police say they haven't been able to identify her as she had multiple different forms of identifications with differing identities. The interstate was shut down until 6 this morning while police investigated. JCPS is looking to hire more bus drivers ahead of next school year as the district grapples with a new transportation plan. Today, people could apply, be interviewed, and get required physicals on site to help fill driving positions in the district. JCPS Superintendent Marty Polio has said for the first time this next school year will have more drivers than actual routes, but they still have an overall shortage.
We want to continue to build on what we have. We certainly have hundreds of drivers less than we did 10 years ago. We would love to be back up at those levels, but we understand that that's not a reality that our current environment is in right now. So if we could add 100 drivers, we would be ecstatic.
JCPS is still looking to fill positions, so if you're interested in applying, you can head to our website, WHAS11.com. Today was the 11th annual Louisville Summer Reading and Cultural Pass program at the library. The Cultural Pass program offers free admission for students to over 50 different arts and cultural venues across Louisville and southern Indiana. Places like the Zoo, the Science Center, the Speed Art Museum, and Falls of the Ohio State Park are all a part of the program. And this program gets students engaged in the community at a young age. It also gives them the tools they need to succeed when they go back to school in the fall, combating summer learning loss.
being out of school for all that time can really impact how you come back into school. So if you keep up those habits of learning and getting really engaged with your institutions and the art and the culture that you really love and that speaks to you, you're more likely to pick it back up faster in the summer. You're set up for success when you go back to school in the fall. You're not falling behind on your reading goals, learning all of those skills that you picked up last year in school. You're learning how to ask questions, you're trying a new activity.
Parker says an average of 40,000 passes are picked up every year. And a big happy birthday from WHAS to Louisville Fire. The department is celebrating 166 years of service today. And to celebrate that, the department wants you to help a cause near and dear to all of our hearts. That's the 71st WHAS Crusade for Children. Each year, fire departments join the campaign, which distributes money to schools, hospitals, and organizations that provide critical services to children with special needs across Kentucky and Indiana. Louisville Fire will be out in the neighborhoods this weekend collecting donations to fill their boot. And all week we've been showing you how your money goes directly to those organizations that help children in need, like the Churchill Park School, who has been working with special needs people since 1975. It's part of the JCPS system that has received more than $11 million from the WHAS Crusade for Children over the years. So here's a look at how your donations has helped improve the life of one of those students with cerebral palsy.
Come on. Okay, let's go. Salsa? Yep, and then that goes there.
Now you're cruising.
All right, we're gonna take a breath, Bubba. Good job.
Churchill Park's an amazing place to be, an amazing place to work.
If I said, do you sleep in a chair at night? Yes or no?
We serve students who all have moderate to severe disabilities, ages 3 to 21.
My name is Chris. I go to school at Churchill Park. I have cerebral palsy.
We just have a really unique relationship, Chris and I. We've kind of formed a pretty strong bond over the last several years.
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy, is that your favorite group? My name is Chrissy Lee, and I'm the principal here at Churchill Park School.
Now it says we have to cut out our gray area.
He definitely loves being here. It doesn't matter if he's in a good mood or a bad mood, he still wants to come to school.
We're gonna use a comb. And
Whenever you walk in this building, it's just, you just feel the love.
Good job.
Everybody is happy and our kids feel that.
Very good, thank you.
My name's Crystal Autry, and my son Christopher goes to school here at Churchill Park. He was here for pre-K and then had to go out to a regular school. He wasn't doing very good in public school. And then in middle school got to come back, and he has done tremendously better since he's been here.
Chris, when he first started with us, was in just a typical wheelchair. His mom really pushed us to see if we could get his mobility more independent, and she asked us to look into an electric chair for him.
It was scary at first because we had to know that if he's in a power chair and he's going, if he runs into something, he could potentially hurt himself really bad.
One of the kids that I work with is Christopher Cupp, and he's really dear to my heart. Come on, Chris. I'm gonna beat you. We've had a lot of fun together. I'm winning. Come on, Chris. My name is Mark Najjar. I'm a physical therapist here at Churchill Park. When his mom came to me and said she'd like to try him in a power wheelchair, to be honest, I had my doubts that he had the cognitive skills to understand how to drive the chair.
You're mean.
But what we did is we worked with a wheelchair specialist, and we got him very similar switches that he was using that Crusade provided to operate the chair, and all of a sudden he demonstrated that he was able to understand that if he hits this switch, it's going to make my chair move, and he was really excited about that.
Come on, let's go. We're gonna go put our lunch pictures up. Good work.
He really loves to have some independence. And that was one of the first things that really this chair was able to provide, was all of a sudden he had an opportunity where he didn't have to rely on people to do this for him.
Through the Crusade and the donations that have been made, we were able to work with Chris to understand that activating a switch device could take him places, not only with his communication, but well beyond that.
Crusade is essential for what we do. With the equipment that we can buy through the funds through Crusade is absolutely essential to our job.
We're just grateful for everything that people who donate as well as the Crusade are able to do for Churchill Park.
It's really, really awesome that the Crusade for Children donates money to us to get things for our kids.
If you get the chance to donate, please donate. It really changes lives.
And changing lives. Already, the 71st Crusade for Children is already underway, and you can help make today the biggest event ever by giving. 100% of your donations go directly to grants to help children just like Chris. You can forever change a child's life. You can donate anytime at WHAScrusade.org or by using any of the smartphone apps you see right here on your screen. You can also mail your donations to 520 West Chestnut Street. That's in Louisville, Kentucky, 4202.